This is our lesson number 58 and the part number 8 in our Sapphire Kingdom Gemology channel. We are starting another part, another section of natural sapphire inclusions. Here in this cover photo, you can see this is the natural color of the stone and the orange color stain. Orange color stain is stand out against the body color of this blue sapphire. If a stone like this is heated, the staining color is turned to darker reddish color. We are learning that in the next part. That means a heated inclusion part. We are studying here the natural inclusions. So we are moving to the next slide. If you forgot to subscribe yet, please subscribe and give a like, share to our youth who like to learn and join to gem industry free of charge. And give a comment for me. This is 58, number 58 English medium lesson. These are the inclusions inside here. Now, this is called rutile silk. This is called rutile silk. You know, in my lesson number 2, I taught how the Chattyansi and the 6 star sign creates. So these are the rutile silks, parallel rutile silks available between those layers. The angle between those layers are 60 degrees. Can you remember it? This is called rutile silk. So this rutile silk we can change into blue color if there is no inclusions inside the stone. If there are inclusions inside the stone, we have to cut as a star. Right, we are moving. Look at the first one. This is a big negative crystal. See, the lighting condition we use here is diffuse light field plus crossed polars. So there are 2 together. This is natural Sri Lankan sapphire. This elongated negative crystal filled with luminescent material. You can see luminescent material is inside the negative crystal. So it glows at the cross polars of this Sri Lankan sapphire. You can see the luminous material is glowing under the cross polars and diffuse light field. It shows the stone is not heated, no enhancement. It is natural sapphire. We are moving to this. In here, we can see the graphite crystal here. Inside this big negative crystal, graphite crystal is here. On the left side here, we can see iridescent patches. Those are patches of unresolved silk. These are rutile silks. And you can see here also fingerprint and unresolved silk, providing further evidence that the stone was untreated. It is very clear picture. It gives us it is a untreated, it is an untreated gem. So these are the diaspora needles, but you can see the silk patterns and the fingerprint. No any other change happens with the heat. So this is a big negative crystal. Fiber optic diffuse oblique is the lighting condition here. We are moving to next. What is this? Look at the environment here. This sapphire from Sri Lanka features a deep orange plate with phlogopite. That means brown mica, phlogopite, following over a silky background. The black color here also, phlogopite mica, black mica. The undamaged nature of the mica. See here, no damage there. It indicates the stone has not been subjected to high temperature or heat. So it is natural. So the environment also gives us evidence, no changes in the natural birthmarks. So the lighting condition here is dark field plus shadowy. Dark field plus shadowy. Shall we move to next? This is very important thing. So remember to print out all the pictures. You have to take printouts and keep inside the file with the reference in your note. This image clearly demonstrates what lead photographer John Koivula. John Koivula is the photographer and the gemologist. He called this situation chromophore cannibalization. This is called chromophore cannibalization. Titanium precipitates out of solid solution to form rutile silk. These are the rutile silks. Titanium precipitates. When the stone is creating, titanium precipitates out of solid solution to form rutile silk. The surrounding area becomes colorless. See, surrounding area is colorless and loses its blue color. See, this is the reverse of the natural process of internal diffusion. You know what is diffusion? When we diffuse artificially or naturally, when the diffusion happens, the reverse process is happening here. That is called chromophore cannibalization, the name given by the John Koivula. This when we heat this titanium sends the titanium back into solution, then it creates the blue cloud. So ink spots around the rutile residue. So this is the thing this can improve the color because this rutile silks titanium will reverse the process. Chromophore cannibalization reverse by the heat treatment, then we can produce the blue color here. So remember this, the name is chromophore cannibalization given by the John Koivula. We are moving to, before we move in, we have discussed what are the lighting conditions here. Diffuse light field is the lighting condition. Transmitted light, diffuse light field. You can see chromophore cannibalization is the name in gemology. Titanium precipitates out of solid solution to form rutile silk. The surrounding area becomes the colorless. Surrounding area becomes the colorless and loses its blue color. This is the reverse of the natural process of internal diffusion, where heat treatment sends the titanium back into solution, creating blue clouds or ink spots around the rutile residue. Now you know what is chromophore cannibalization and the reverse of that. Internal diffusion is the reverse. Chromophore cannibalization is this thing. We are moving to next. Now here we are discussing under the lighting conditions of this overhead fiber optic. Fiber optic overhead light is the lighting condition. This is natural sapphire, no enhancement. Rutile silk in sapphires from Sri Lanka. This shows us rutile silks in sapphires we discussed earlier in the cover photo. So these are the rutile silks. In between these layers, 60 degrees. So we are moving to next. Very beautiful inclusion here. It is colored one. The butterfly, like butterfly, flutters within the inner space of a Sri Lanka sapphire. We can see like a butterfly. Iridescent rainbow. It is iridescent rainbow cured fissures. Iridescent rainbow cured fissures. The lighting condition here is fiber optic oblique. It is very beautiful. It shows us the sapphire is natural. no heat, no enhancement there. Now here, another one. What is here? What is here? Look at the picture here. This iridescent inclusion in a Sri Lankan sapphire is the remnant of an opening that closed over millions of years. Closed over millions of years. Fluids trapped in these types of inclusions. Inside these type of inclusions, fluid is trapped. Can provide geologists and geochemists with invaluable clues about the planet's origins. Liquid is there. These are liquid inclusions. It is natural Sri Lanka sapphire, no enhancement. Lighting condition here is fiber optic oblique. This shows us it is a natural sapphire. Come here. This also natural sapphire, Sri Lanka sapphire, no enhancement. Lighting condition is fiber optic oblique. Look at this. Now you can see the very beautiful color and fingerprint here. Very beautiful view inside the stone. This pinkish purple gem, the gem is pinkish purple gem of Sri Lanka, features a beautiful iridescent fingerprint. Iridescent fingerprint. Its structure mimicking the underlying atomic pattern of its host. It's mimicking the underlying atomic pattern of the blue sapphire. It is natural, not enhancement. No enhancement there. Okay, we are moving to here. The lighting condition here is fiber optic oblique. Then, if you read again my lesson number 2 in this channel, it describes the silky patterns which creates the chatoyancy and the star in the stone. So you better go there and understand this is interior of this natural sapphire from Sri Lanka radiates rutile silk light. These are the parallel rutile silk lights. It is because of these inclusions that the stars in cabochon cut stones are formed. You have to visit the lesson number 2 and come here again. Now we are moving to next. Another lighting condition here is dark field illumination, and the Sri Lankan sapphire negative crystal is here. Very nice picture. The crystals clear damaged euhedral form hanging from the sapphire host provides evidence that the stone was not heated. It is a natural stone. If you forgot to subscribe yet, please subscribe and give a share to our youth and give like and comment. Again, we are discussing the chromophore cannibalization. Chromophore cannibalization. John Koivula presents this. Titanium precipitates out of solid solution to form rutile silk. When the creation of the stone, the surrounding area becomes colorless and loses its blue color. This is the reverse of the natural process of internal diffusion. Natural internal diffusion gives the color blue, and the reverse creates the titanium silk, rutile silk. By heat treatment sends the titanium back into solution, creating blue clouds or ink spots around the rutile residue. So this is the thing. You can see here rutile angled 60 degrees angled rutile. So this is chromophore cannibalization is very important thing. Please note that in your notebook. I told you when you are learning, you have to write the important things in your notebook. You have to write this and take all the pictures, color printouts, and file it to later you can see. So it is very, very important thing. We are moving to next. It also that natural sapphire Sri Lanka lighting condition is dark field illumination. This is, you can see here, 60 degrees angle rutile silk. The titanium precipitates out of solid solution to form rutile silk. The surrounding area becomes colorless and loses its blue color. This is the reverse of the natural process called internal diffusion. And by heat treatment, sends the titanium back into solution and creating blue clouds or ink spots around the rutile residue. Then heat treatments gives blue color because of this change. What is the name? Can you remember? Chromophore cannibalization. The reverse of chromophore cannibalization done by the heating. But we are studying later the heated stone inclusions. Now we are studying only natural blue sapphire inclusions. What is this? Sri Lankan sapphire. Lighting condition is shadowing only. Here, this purple sapphire, it is a purple sapphire from Sri Lanka, have sharp angular growth zoning in red bands. Angular growth zoning is there in red bands against a background of unresolved rutile silk. You can find the rutile silk here. See, parallel to this side and parallel to this side. So it is under the shadowing image. We will revisit the rest of the old natural sapphire inclusions, part 9 in the next lesson. It is lesson 59, L59, L space 59. Be kind enough to leave a like and comment after watching. Your comments will improve my service. So please subscribe and give like and share. We are moving. We are meeting on next lesson, lesson number 59.